Hey y'all, what's up? Chad Wright, coming to you here, Team Righteous. What's up? So, man, we went and we hurt the bike. So we got to get it apart, find out what's going on with it. I've already got the nose off of the bike, and we're fixing to go in here and try to figure out what's going on inside the engine. Try to figure it out, and once we get done with that, we'll come back to you, whatever, and see what we find. We've got a race coming up this following weekend. It's the Mari G birthday bash down at Jake's Drag Strip. So we got to get this thing back together so we can go down there and race in that. So anyways, we'll be back to y'all shortly. We'll see what happened. What's up? So Ringer 57 here decided to show up and help me out because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And so we're, like I said, we knew we hurt the motor the other day at the track. We weren't sure what we done. Just heard a rattling noise whenever I was going on the track, or like I spun, hit the rev limiter, heard a rattling noise, shut it off, rolled it back around there to the trailer, loaded it up, and here we are now. So trying to figure out, what's going on. And what'd you find whenever you started tearing into it here?
All right, we started going through. We were going to do a quick inspection of the valve train. We knew it was an RPM dependent noise, so obviously it's valve train. We started tearing down, and I got here to pull in the exhaust cam cap, and all the bolts were finger tight. Now I can tighten them back up and we can go, but we're at this point, so we're going to go ahead and inspect all the keepers and everything. Generally, they don't work loose for no reason, so we're going to see if we can't find anything else that might be wrong and prevent a catastrophic explosion.
Cool. So I'm glad that, like I said, we went ahead and pulled into it and found that right there. And, with it being something like that right there, I mean, like I said, that's something that shouldn't happen anyway. Like, why is it backing out? So might as well go in here just a little bit further and see if we can find out, just make sure everything in here is good and sound and everything before we throw it back together. Because it could just be that making the noise, or it could have been something else in there, something in there broken or something like that right there. Maybe a broke spring or something like that. So anyways, we're gonna tear into it. We'll come back to y'all once we get it figured all out and start buttoning it back up, and we'll go from there. See y'all. All right, we're back. And I'm not Brock, but I'm gonna say it like he does anyways. So anyways, like we said earlier, we had the bolts that was loose on what, cam terminals?
Cam caps, yeah.
Yeah, cam caps. So they were loose, and we heard rattling noise, so we figured we might as well tear on down into it. Good thing we did. Logan found some more stuff. Logan, why don't you tell them what's going on here?
So this is your keeper. This little bitty lock is exactly what will kill your engine. These are known for having weak valve springs, valve float, valve spring failures. This causes these engines to drop valves. It's a common failure, and that's why we upgrade. I'd already talked to Chad. He's already got the heavy springs here. We're upgrading it while we are here, just for safety's sake. It's not like we're gonna push any more power, but we had one that popped loose, and that was the rattle we were hearing, guys. This valve was on the verge of dropping. If it had dropped, bye-bye piston, bye-bye cylinders, bye-bye head. Let's get it fixed.
Cool. So, yeah, like I said, I'm glad we didn't hurt it no more than what we did. Got the head off. Everything in there looks good. Pistons look good. Everything's clean. Like Logan was telling me, he said, man, I'm surprised at how clean this motor is when we got in here. So, of course, we had Chris Moore tune it with Moore Mafia, and we run the Winz Power Charge that Brock suggests. So he suggests the Winz Power Charge, that you mix it with like just regular pump gas, a couple gallons, run it through there, ride it around. And that's when everybody seen my picture a few weeks ago or whatever, when I was out riding the bike on the street. That's actually what I was doing. I just decided to ride it up there, throw a little bit of gas in it, ride it back to the shop, and call it good. So anyways, yeah, you can check this out down here though. Check out the pistons here, how good and clean they are. And I don't know, it's something about that Chris Moore tune. I guess it says the same thing on these as his did in his 1000. Zoot Nation, baby. All right, so Logan does work, for those y'all that don't know. Actually, he does everything. I don't know what the hell's going on here. So
this is fun.
Yeah, just want to show y'all a little bit about what it is that we got to do here to change these springs out.
One by one.
Yeah. We thank our buddy Scotty for this awesome tool here.
Yes.
It
Great.
makes them much easier to do. And if I just had the other tools that we need, we'd be good to go.
Got a little magnet. It works.
So anyways, these are the little retainer things. What are they called? Locks.
Locks,
Yeah.
retainers. These are your retainers, and these are your locks.
Oh yeah. So we gotta press it down, pull the locks out, then you release the,
Gotta press it down far enough.
yeah.
That helps.
You don't have to
Yeah.
press it down, but it helps.
Yeah, it helps. Then you gotta get these little buggers out of here. And then
There.
up she comes. Retainer comes out.
So y'all check out these springs and how soft they are.
These springs are
Easy to compress.
easy to squish.
Now, check out these.
Yeah.
These are the 70-pound carpenter springs. Be a good workout.
Yeah, if you could ever squish them, it'd be impressive.
So going back in, of course, definitely not as easy as coming out.
No. Plenty of pressure on these things. Takes a little bit more oomph to lever them in, but once you got them in, you've got seat pressure and you don't have to worry about floating them when you got this thing at full song.
Yeah. This was the thing that that I believe that, you know, Chris and them probably could have benefited from too if they could have torn into their motor, because he ended up having the valves like beat to death from floating the valves. They was hitting rev limiter like on almost every pass.
Mm-hmm. Give it.
So anyways, we're gonna keep finishing this radiator up and get the rest of these radiator off of there or replaced, and then we're gonna throw it back together and try to get it back running so we can make the Amari G race this weekend. All right, we'll see y'all. Hey y'all, what's up? Hey y'all, what's up? So we're back here on the channel. We've got all the valve springs put in the head. Well, we didn't. Logan did.
Yeah.
Logan got them put in there. Got everything cleaned up. I sprayed antifreeze all over the place because I didn't listen. Actually, I did. I just fucking whatever. So anyway, at least it went brake fluid. That's everything about that. So, but anyways, so we got that going. We got our Cometic head gasket on here, and everything's ready to go back together. So what do you think, Logan? What do you think like about what we found in the motor, what was wrong with it, and you know, how the motor looks, I guess, before we put it back together and everything?
I think the failures we found were predictable. We knew that was a possibility. Gen 2s have weak springs and all that fun jazz. And the motor is healthy. It is clean burning. Chad here pumps up Chris Moore a lot, and his tune is clean. It is on point. There's no huge deposits. Little lead on the valves. It's kind of expected from leaded gas. Little rust on the plugs. It's race fuel. But beyond that, it's healthy as all be for a 20,000 mile motor, getting the crap beat out of it every weekend.
Right. So yeah, like I said, I'm happy with it too, and I'm glad we hadn't sprayed the bike yet. Like that's the most important part, because if we would have, like this right here happening on the motor that one night when we spun, it definitely would have been even worse had I been spraying on that pass or any pass really, because with those bolts backing out, like you just basically put the motor under so much more pressure whenever you start leaning on it with spray. And so whenever you start spraying the motor starts flexing and stuff starts moving around. And if it's not bolted down tight, it's really gonna tear some stuff up. So anyways, just wanna, and while we're here, everybody can just check out the bike, because I know everybody likes to see what we do around here.
Stock motor.
Stock motor, nothing special.
That's stock cam.
Stock cams, like I said, we're not doing anything that anybody else out there can't do. We ain't been no faster than anybody else has with a stock motor Busa. And it's probably much slower actually, because I'm a fat ass. So just so y'all know, I'm about 245 pounds in gear, 240, something like that. So, you know, working what we can. But I think we figured out the suspension and stuff too. We're about getting it ready to go. One thing, you know, is the tail. So we're probably going to change that here in the next few days or whatever before we come back out with it, and we'll be, you know, be good to go. I think the tail, at the end of the tail or whatever, is hitting, there's a bar at the end of it that actually keeps you from breaking the tail off if you hit. Well, that had to go because one, that's weight and it's messing up the suspension, but also then we're going to end up having to put another tail on or whatever and modify it too. So So that's going to happen too, and everything should be good this week. So hopefully we should be able to, you know, have a little bit better 60-foot, better travel, you know, whenever we're going down the track or whatever, to go forward instead of going up. Everybody likes to make fun of me for doing that, but with a lot of it's, you know, not been me. A couple of times it's been me though. I do get aggressive with the clutch, but that's what it's about. You know, like, I'm not out there to try to go slow. I'm out there trying to win. So we just got to work on that right there and get everything right. So anyways, we're gonna go back together, and we'll be back here in a few. All right, so we're back. We got the head on, got it torqued down. We're putting the cams in now. Make sure we got the cam timing right. See, I know what that is, because I messed that up before on a different motor though. But anyways, so we're about to drop the cams back in. Yeah, not drop them like that either. We don't need a 3/4 cam. So anyways, yeah, Logan's gonna drop the cylinder cam in here. We're gonna get the cam timing set, and then we'll be good to go. So I think we're about to be done here. Probably about another hour or so, and we'll have everything buttoned back up and get some good Allison race oil back in there and everything, and we'll be good to go that way. What's up, y'all? Let's see here. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. Hey y'all, what's up? So we're back here, got everything bolted back up. 1 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be kind of goofing off too though. So anyways, we're about ready to fire it up. Make sure no big bangs or explosions goes off, and we'll see how it goes. So let's see. So we get this thing ready to fire off. At least it ain't like the Yellow Jacket, you know, with that loud muffler on or whatever. This thing's got at least a little bit of a baffle in there. So let's try it out and see if it fires off.
Yeah, baby. Look at that, I do know what I'm doing.
No ticking no more.
Huh?
I said no more ticking. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It fired right off. Oil pressure light went off as soon as we fired it up. So we actually spun it over a little while ago before we put the fuel tank on, and the oil pressure light never went off, but now it's off. So what do you think about the job and everything? Pretty cool?
Yeah,
Different?
it's a pretty good job. It's different. There's definitely a difference in the Gen 1, Gen 2. I've done several Gen 1s, a few Gixxers, but Gen 2's definitely got its differences. Learned real quick that the cam chain tensioner, it explodes if you push the wrong clip. So.
All right, so anyways, like I said, we appreciate y'all watching the channel and everything. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know down in the comments below, like, have you ever done this before, like, you know, tore into the motor or whatever and took the head off while it's in the frame, or have you ever done it before and I guess took the motor out? Like, how would you go about doing it if you have done it, or if you was going to do it, you know, or whatever. So anyways, we appreciate y'all. Like I said, share this out with anybody else you know that might be looking into tearing into the motor. We didn't really go into a whole lot of details. It's actually a big job, and it's something that if you are going to do it, you probably don't need to be watching a YouTube video on how to do it, because it's not something that you can easily watch. I mean, it's 6 hours worth of work, so it'd be a long YouTube video. But anyways, like I said, we're gonna get this thing back together, get ready for the Amari G race, and I guess y'all seen already that we got the tail on there too, because I'm sure, you know, while we're sitting here or whatever, we decided, hey, let's go ahead and throw this other tail on and see how it works out. So anyways, like I said, we're gonna finish buttoning this thing right here back up, and then we'll be good to go. Appreciate y'all. See ya. What's up? So just want to give y'all a quick update of how everything went. Like y'all saw in the video earlier in the week, or last week anyways, we you know, we had that noise that was in the motor from where we went testing the weekend before, and we got into the motor on Monday. We checked everything out, ended up finding, you know, those loose bolts and everything, and while I was in there, went ahead and pulled the head because I was going to swap the springs anyways. Luckily we did. We ended up finding one of the locks ended up being dislodged in there too, so we got that taken care of. And then we went and done some testing at Jake's. They had a test session on Wednesday, so we went and done that. We went to Huntsville on Friday, got some testing in. We was ready, so hyped up for that race yesterday. Man, unfortunately, it ended up raining us out. You know, we actually had a race lined up against Mantez on his 03 Gixxer 1000, and unfortunately, like I said, it rained yesterday. So be sure to check us out this weekend. We're going to be at Huntsville Dragway. The Highway 20 Bash is going to be there at Huntsville Dragway, and me and Mantez is still lined up that we're racing each other. So looking forward to that. And like I said, the bike's back together though, running great. Everything's running good. Me and Logan, you know, put in the time to get the things fixed or whatever, and I appreciate Ringer 57 for, you know, coming through and helping us out. And definitely we didn't know that it was going to be, you know, that kind of a job, that easy of a job to be able to do. It wasn't like super easy or all that there, but it was much easier than what, you know, we had expected it to be, and it's kind of the reason why it was getting put off. And I'm glad he's like, hey man, let's go ahead and change your valve springs or whatever. And about that time, you know, the motor, you know, got hurt that night, and so we had to go in there and, you know, and do it anyway. So it worked out perfect time or whatever. We got lucky. You know, we probably should have done it, you know, another week or so ago whenever he had mentioned it, but you know, it's like, you know, we'll get around to it. And then I heard that rattling, like, shit, you know, we gotta go to it anyways. So anyways, bike's running, Highway 27 or Highway 20 Bash in Huntsville Dragway this weekend. Be there.
Pimp hard.